that rift. It's making my skin buzz, even in here.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for securing this wonderfully austere venue to begin our negotiations for peace. With dungeons being patched in Golden Ridge, I am certain we can both profit from a merger. But surely the good Vicar Laureate and his fellow shareholders have some thoughts.
Madam Vice President, I and my fellow counselors remind you that this is no merger.
Be still,
but
Cadre.
an alliance. By ending
It's
the
you,
war,
is it
we
not?
may focus on
The
the
one
true
Agent
threats
Vries
to our
warned me to
society.
expect?
The rifts.
Preposterous.
Ignore the posturing. Give him a push and I'll bet you can get...
You'll do no such thing. And even if by some low chance you could extract my knowledge, you'll never truly understand. That matters not. He lost his grit and turned traitor. I was warned you might try to lure me in with... But it doesn't matter what you do. The rest of our team is pushing forward. Agent de Vries is right. The only way to save us from destruction, But why would you leave me be? This situation is markedly different, though, is it? I mean, fine then. I surrender. They're using the Seer's codes to... You'll also... That's...
Hardly a challenge. Let's see what these knaves gave their lives. I'll admit, it's probably good this technology never caught on. We'll need to find and replace the proper fuse to get it functioning again.
He's not my sovereign.
Yes, right. Well, landing a strike against the Protectorate in this state will be something like wrangling a galloping breadworm.
I am unfamiliar, but I presume that to mean it will be without exertion. If so, then you are perhaps even more ignorant of Arcadia than I calculated. The Sovereign, guide him, is as ineffective as you suggested, but his advisor, the Consul, is not. These executions, these impulsive attacks, are solely his influence.
Solely? Your previous sovereign was rather draconian himself, if your own history are to be believed. Do not act like the current rot emerged from nowhere.
I could perhaps say the same for you and your reputation of putting profits over people. But instead, I suggest we pivot our discussion back to the real matter at hand.
Yep, they've commandeered those necks. You want to choose this battle wisely.
And counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Junior Exemplar Daniels, I am currently practicing logging as a mental calming routine as a measure to waylay my panic. Fact. Junior Exemplar Ivanov and I have been working to isolate a circuitry inefficiency of 0.03% in the upper reaches of Greater Tranquility Station. The two of us are predisposed to intense focus. We've worked in isolation for weeks before. The others have warned us time and time again to check in regularly for posterity. We should have listened. In our absence, the station was somehow staffed by hostile mechanicals. We managed to capture one and remove the module producing its hostility. Ivanov was supposed to test it on another unit, but I heard an explosion from where he went, and I am too frightened to go after him. I don't know what to do.
I'd like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever... Observations suggest that matters have been delicate. But I was heartened to hear that your leaders convinced Westport residents to seek shelter in Fairfield. Things rarely end with abandoned subjects.
Ah, yes. The Protectorate had their folk living in fear between all those hangings and maniacal proclamations. That was all the opening we needed to acquire some hearts and minds.
Well, we welcome the news of your advances. However, it is worrisome that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed.
Let's get you healed. Someone call for a medic. Recharging as fast as I can, Commander! Back in business.
According to my analysis prior to this meeting, enough... exists between our parties to suggest a high chance of success should a treaty or alliance be agreed upon.
This unit, well, my
Treaty?
records do not
As
indicate.
Goodness, there's no need to rush into such formalities, Vicar. Especially when so
Warning.
much has yet to be
Access to
discussed.
storage has not been granted. Please exit the vicinity immediately.
Still a bit sleepy. Something tells me we ain't alone here.
That was a nice exercise. But I suspect our time is more limited than either of us realize. Best move quick, lest those delegates of yours meet a grim end.
Fine. I suppose we can entertain tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger and alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly squabbles over power. Especially when presiding bishop Ruth Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight is nothing without propaganda, and our Minister of Marketing has already won Protectorate hearts and minds. If unification is what you want, ingenuity...
Those two are such easy targets, I almost wish to shoot them. Double time it.
I certainly won't downplay the powers of persuasion here, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create.
Damn you.
Indeed, my predictions may be accurate.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander. History repeats itself, doesn't it? You show up attempting to disrupt my though I'd no wish to. I only did. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane, don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were here. It's in your best interest, Commander. I am so close. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's choice must never have access to that technology. Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter knows that you cannot trust the Order. It was this. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. You were an unwelcome variable. I tried to put it out of mind when you and I forced myself to complete it. I trusted that with Horizon Point's destruction, humanity might be saved, but it wasn't. That's not what happened. Whatever you think of me, it wasn't so simple to sit back and listen as they met their ends. I know the distinction matters not to you, but you recall what I said of the rift modulator? You know who the Order must...
Had enough of this. If you think I'm keen to stand here and let you prattle on about murdering good... Let's see what you're worth, coward.
Oh, I'm a coward, simply because I choose strategy over...
Call me what you will. I heard it all before.
And what, pray tell, is the right thing?
I reckon you just can't stomach the idea of someone other than yourself
You misunderstand me.
Does its own wellness also relate to your plan to murder
I'm inclined to agree with the tin can here.
It doesn't matter. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. They may try. Though we both know those... But even if this mission is all I have. So if you won't leave... Savannah. No, it doesn't matter. You've made it clear you despise me for what I've done to you. Do you actually? I want nothing more than that. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. If you process this data, you can use it to improve because, whether you believe it or not, there's also, it may be.
Damn! Ain't ever seen a thing like this! We need to move! Now!
your legs! Watch the ceiling! We've come too far to be pressed by thrice-damned rubble!
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has the rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, and you have at most a matter of months before everything. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to analyze this data.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of direct. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No, I have also detected competing. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms De Vries's assertion of a prototype module. You are also tasked with finding a way to Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other. Both Auntie's Choice and, coincidentally, both delegates also escape. It seems they feel they owe you. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? Acknowledged. It is worth noting that you've also received a message from report. It appears you now have